There's technically 2 more weeks of summer, but you'd never know it. Fall has definitely arrived. I feel it in the air. There's all these beautiful colors appearing on the trees and stuff around here. I just entered Vermont. This is their beautiful visitor center right here. I'm gonna spend the weekend here and in New Hampshire. I have not gone up to New Hampshire at all this summer. I want to explore a rail trail there, hang out with a friend, explore the Keene area, and maybe do some landscape photography. Just have a beautiful fall weekend. Last weekend of summer, first weekend of fall, whatever this is. There's a nice visitor center here. I've never been inside. I kind of want to go check it out. Vermont has to be the tourist capital of the United States. They have like 300 different flyers in there. Every single town gets its own flyer. It's a state with a lot of money too, clearly. This is the nicest rest stop I've ever been in. They have artwork scattered around the grounds. They even have an outdoor bar over here. Yeah. Anyway, look at this. You see my van, all that white stuff on it? I put this buffing compound to get rid of these scratches that those low-hanging branches at Lake Denison did. I hope it works. The stuff just goes on like toothpaste. You're supposed to wipe it off eventually, but it's gonna rain in about an hour. I figured I'd just let the rain wash it off. Right now, I'm heading to Keene, New Hampshire. Might be a rainy day, not sure what I'm gonna get done, but I'm gonna see a friend there. I'm kind of looking forward to that. One thing I don't like about New Hampshire, their roundabouts just have too many lanes. This one has 3 lanes to choose from. I'm not sure I'm even in the right one. Made it through that awful roundabout. Here I am in beautiful Keene, New Hampshire. Beautiful little town. I think this is my friend's house right up here. It's supposed to rain in about an hour, but I thought we'd go for a little scooter ride. This is my friend Zaza up here. She's on the big off-roading scooter. I'm on the new TST. These things are so much fun. So Zaza says this used to be a racetrack right here in the middle of this beautiful neighborhood. We had a great time on the scooters, but it started to rain, unfortunately. And then it rained for like 5 hours straight. It just broke, so I think we're gonna go for a walk. I don't know why I'm doing this weird camera angle. I'll talk to you guys normally. We're gonna go for a walk. Her neighborhood here, there's a beautiful cemetery and a park nearby. This is Keene, New Hampshire. On top of just being a really cool town, there's a rail trail that goes through the center of it. I think it might be called the Keene Rail Trail or Cheshire Rail Trail. I have no idea. We're gonna do that tomorrow. It's a little late for that right now, but hopefully we'll catch a great sunset. I like this town a lot. This here is called Wilson Pond in the town of Swansea, I think it's called. And that's the Keene Airport right over there. We came here to watch the sunset. There's a nice pink thing going on right there. Great definition in the clouds. I like this town a lot, you know. Every time I go somewhere lately, it's like I'm imagining myself living in a house again, in a community. It's been, as of next week, it will be, let's see, 3 years full-time living in my van. Since then, I've slept inside a house maybe like 3 times in 3 years. But I feel like the van life thing needs to come to an end at some point, and I'm just fantasizing about a domestic situation, living in a house in the community lately. Enjoying my time here in Keene, New Hampshire. Great little spot. I'm glad I had a friend who invited me up. We caught a beautiful sunset by that Wilson Pond down the street here in Keene. Kind of a gloomy weekend, though. I guess it's like this all over New England. You know, it's warm. At least it's not freezing cold. But the rain has just been off and on. We're going to try to ride a couple of rail trails. I brought my scooters here. Keene is cool. It's got 2 rail trails through the center of the city. The Ashlot, which runs north and south, and the Cheshire, which runs east and west. We're gonna try to ride both today. I'm not sure which one first. Depends on whether the rain pours down on us and if we have time. I kind of want to give you guys a tour of the main street in Keene, New Hampshire, because this is just like the most beautiful, perfect, small to mid-sized city in New England. I like it a lot. She's getting ready. She's bringing her horse helmet because she doesn't have a regular bike helmet. I hope she finds it soon. That's fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a sketchy bridge back there, but we're making a pit stop here on the side of the trail. I saw this beautiful river. I think it's called the Ashalot River. Looks just about wide enough that I can take Moby Dick on that. I'll have to do that at some point. But this rail trail is a ton of fun. It's a perfect day for it. This is the Ashalot Rail Trail we're on right now. We're gonna head south and try to hit downtown Keene before the monsoon starts as kind of the grand finale of this tour. Just a beautiful day for a ride. Yeah, I should take my helmet off.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, I feel like I took my helmet off too. It's just too hot.
The light is good though.
Yeah, the lighting's better facing this way, am I right?
It's much better.
As a self-conscious woman, I'm very good with the lighting.
It's much better.
Yeah.
Zaza knows lighting. She's an artist. We're having a great time here on the rail trail. We're like the only two people. It's that time of the year when you get the full spectrum of color. The yellow, the red, the orange, the green. Beautiful day for a ride. We're going to head south, parallel the Ashalot River here for, I don't know, another hour or so. Turn around and hopefully get back into downtown Keene before the rain starts. That's such a cute little town. I do want to show that off a little bit in this video. This rail trail is awesome, but it only goes to a certain point. There's a road closed sign there. Doesn't look like it's maintained at all, so we're gonna turn around. I'm having that problem with this TSP scooter where when I dismount, it says there's 4 out of 5 bars of battery life, but when I start riding it, it drops down to 1. And then when I get off, it goes back up. I don't know what the true battery life is, but I think this is a good idea to turn around. We've been going south for an hour and a half or so. Thought I'd try out a new Planet Fitness location today. This one is in, I don't know, Natick, some town. Going to the gym just feels like a great use of time. Believe it or not, I did not have a gym membership for like 12 or 13 years before I moved into the van. Mostly got it to have a place to shower in the winter. And I've since gotten into the whole routine, you know, hours of cardio. Gonna do some weights now that Zaza taught me while I was up in Keene. Like I said, going to the gym has become one of those things to do when you don't know what else to do, you know. It's a way of passing time that feels constructive, better than like drinking or smoking or something negative. And it does definitely cheer me up. That runner's high at the end, I could really use that today. Here, down here, I am feeling the burn. Been doing some weights. My all cardio workout, you know, even though I loved it, it's worked out well for me. It leaves like little time left in the rest of the afternoon. It's like a 3+ hour workout. So today I only did 1 hour and 15 minutes of cardio, and the rest some weights, different things with the dumbbells. I'm not doing the machines quite yet. As for my van, yesterday I put some of that body scrub buffing material to get rid of scratches on the door, and it seems to have all washed away. It honestly looks worse than it did before. Kind of hard to capture it with the reflection of the camera, but I need to figure out something else for that. I think there's an AutoZone nearby. I'm actually gonna go to Walmart right now, get paper towels and other supplies. Pretzels, yes, all the same stuff that I go through all the time. And then I still have some time. I thought I might try to shoot the sunset again tonight by myself. Yeah, I like shooting it with someone with me, but you know. Well, I don't have to go to Walmart because there's a gas station right up the street with everything I need, including the post-gym banana. There's an AutoZone right up the street as well. I'm gonna stop there, see if they have the buffing compound. I'm somehow back in Framingham. I always seem to end up here one way or the other. I may actually sleep here tonight. We'll see. There's a movie theater here in town. I thought about going to the movies, you know, by myself tonight. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do tonight, actually. I feel like doing something, just not being inside my own head. I just spent all of 2 days with another person and really enjoyed myself. Have not done something like that in a while. And suddenly the van seems very lonely. Last night, today, it's just kind of spooky. Yeah. You know, van life can be a very lonely and isolating lifestyle. I've managed to keep myself busy so I don't think about that. And suddenly, I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I just turned my car on, and I want to know if you guys see what I see. There's an orange light next to my headlight that seems to be operating on the passenger side, but not coming on the driver's side. That's not good. I'll just have to make another service appointment with Ford. Stuff like that drives me crazy. I'm sure I can figure out how to fix it, you know, if I had the time, but I don't have the time. I'll just pay their $200 or whatever it is. The 2-pack, my favorite. I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for. Multiple people have told me to get buffing compound from AutoZone to get rid of those scratches. I don't see anything except like wax and stuff. I feel like I already tried something like that and it didn't work. Is this the stuff? Swirl remover removes fine scratches and swirls. I don't know. For $20, I'm not sure I want to try. I'm gonna throw my money on one more thing. This stuff, this hybrid solutions. I like this because there's an actual picture of a scratch on the box that looks just like mine. A top coat scratch. We'll give that a shot, and I suppose I will need some of these microfiber buffing pans. I'm not using any like machine for this. I'm just gonna do it by hand. Nice night for a little van project. I'm not gonna do this in this parking lot though. This parking lot is so dense. This is like downtown Framingham. This has got to be one of the most dense, uncomfortable, like mini cities I've ever been in. Even though I come here all the time, it's just like strip malls and parking lots. I'm gonna move over to a Walmart. I also need a trash bin badly. The sun was completely blinding me on this drive down Route 9 to Walmart. I missed the turn. I've parked in a parking lot next to it. I'm gonna have to haul my trash bag through the woods, through a little creek right here. Everything turns out into an adventure with me, you know? Like, I just don't feel like driving down a little bit more. Walmart is right through these woods. I parked in the totally wrong parking lot, but they have trash bins in their parking lot. Something I like about Walmart a lot. I think there's a way to sneak through here. There might be a little creek or something I have to bushwhack through or something. Oh, there's a chain link fence. Let's look. All right, you and I will discover this together. I will get to the Walmart parking lot one way or the other. Chain link fence right here. What if I go over this guardrail? Here we go. I see a little path here. This is taking me somewhere. Where is this going? Up here. All right, here's the lawn and garden center. I see Walmart shopping carts right here. And presto. I just have to get past all these shopping carts. A fun little adventure through all this backwood garbage crap right here. But like I said, Walmart has waste bins in their parking lot. I take advantage of those wherever I can, you know. I don't dump huge things of garbage. I rarely dump garbage that takes up more than the size of like a duffel bag, you know what I mean? This stuff, scratch out in the yellow case, is absolute garbage. This did nothing. I'm just gonna chuck it. The new stuff I got is more of a little science project. It's got a bunch of parts. Comes with gloves, so I guess it's not something you want to touch. Apparently the first thing you do is rub some of this premium clarifying compound on a little microfiber cloth. I guess I didn't have to buy them. It gave you a few. And you rub this into the scratch area. Rather than do the entire van in one go like I did with that stuff and waste my time, I'm gonna test on a little scratch right here on the side. Just see how it goes. I think this whole curing process takes like 24 hours. Oh, does this have a little thing you have to pull off? Yes, it does. All right, let's get this tab off. So you put this clarifying compound on first. If I can actually get this cap off. Why do they put this on so tight? There we go. And then after this dries, you put on this clear coat stuff. I want to make sure I do this exactly correctly, you know. This is my van. I don't want to mess things up any further. It looks just like the other stuff. It looks like white toothpaste. Alright, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna let that sit, I think, for a few minutes, wipe that off, then do the clear coat stuff. That just needs to sit for 24 hours. If this goes well, then I'll do a whole bunch of other scratches. Save myself like $1,000 at an auto body shop. And get the van looking nice again. That's important to me. If that spot comes out really well, I'll do the entire side. We'll see. I need to practice. I don't want to rush, half-ass anything anymore. This is where I keep all my van cleaner type stuff. I think I'll put this right down here. I'm gonna have to throw away some of this stuff. Recently had a guest in here and she could not put her drink down here because that's where I keep my Windex. I wonder if I can get rid of some of this stuff. I do have like this wax that I've never ever used. I think I'm just gonna chuck that. I'm gonna chuck the bad paint scratch stuff and free up a space for her drinks and stuff. Yeah, I'll Tetris it down here. That should work. I just watched sunset from my window here at the Shopping World parking lot in Framingham. That movie theater I thought about going to tonight is the next parking lot over. I can go there. I can walk there from here if I wanted to, but I looked. There's no movies I want to see. And even if there was, I don't feel like watching a movie alone. I went and saw that Taylor Swift movie by myself like 30 some odd times. I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, just so you know, on top of the 9 Inch Nails and everything else. But I don't feel like doing that tonight. I don't know. I feel lonely all of a sudden. It's not a pleasant feeling. I feel like just going to my sleeping spot and curling up into a ball, but I'm trying to think of something productive to do. It's way too early to go to bed. It's crazy to think that 2 months ago at this time of day it would still be light outside, and now it's already pitch black. The dwindling daylight, the chilliness in the air at night. It's that time of year when it still gets up to the 70s in the day, which is great, but at night it's dropping down to like the 40s, the 30s. It's only a matter of time until it gets below freezing at night. I've already had to run my heater in here once. I'm appreciative of this. It's warm enough right now. Thankfully I have that going for me. You know, not to add to all the misery, the depression, the moderate depression I'm going through right now. You know, van life can be a very lonely life. I knew that going into it, that it was going to be difficult to have relationships. I was single when I started going into van life. Well, I still am. But I did go on a dating app and like mention that I live in a van in there. Apparently that was poison. I had few responses from ladies saying, I'm not into the gypsy lifestyle. I'm too organized for that life. Like really odd stuff. Because I'm not a gypsy and I'm meticulously organized. And yeah, people have their biases. So living in a vehicle is going to take a toll on your relationship life. I'll just put that out there in case it's not obvious. Unless you find someone else who lives in a van and you just like are a great couple or something. But that's never happened with me. I did just spend a whole weekend with a girl up in New Hampshire that I like. I've known her for a long time and we used to date years ago. We just kind of reconnected. That's why I went up there. And I had a great time. You know, having someone attached to my hip all day long. Haven't done that in many, many years. I thought I was so tough, so independent. I've gone on rants on these outros and previous videos saying how I love being alone, I'm great. Truth is, you know, nothing in extremes is a good thing. It's not good to be alone all the time. I fill up my time with projects, with work, YouTube, tinkering in the van. I managed to fill up my time so much that by the time I have free time at the end of the day to think about my situation, I'm too tired and I just go right to bed. That's how I've dealt with being single and alone for so long. But I just had a taste of being in a relationship again. I never know how much to say in these outros. She's probably watching this right now, like overanalyzing it. I had a great time with her though, and I want to do that again. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to move into a house anytime soon. I was getting ahead of myself there when I said that. But, you know, it's nice to have someone to bounce your ideas off of and stuff. Being alone all the time can get very lonely. Obviously. That's my brilliant statement for the evening. Thanks for watching this, whatever it was. I don't know, van life, relationships, loneliness. I'll have to put something together out of this and tie a theme around this whole video because I don't know what it was. I barely even talked when I was with her, so a lot of music. I hope you like it anyway. I don't know what this week will hold. I'm kind of in a weird mood, but thanks for watching. Until next time, peace out.